All bets are off, brought to you in part by your Northern Ohio Ford dealers. Raymont Harris, former great running back at Ohio State, now an administrator in Columbus, and a former great running back with the Chicago Bears and other NFL teams, joining us, going to the Cavs game tonight. Cavs take on the Lakers. Charles in Columbus, want to get to a few more calls before we let you slide, Raymont. Charles, you're on the air, and welcome to you.
What's up, fellas?
What's
up, Charles?
Hey, I'm a recruiting writer, Ohio State recruiting writer for BuckeyeEmpire.com, and I've heard some nice recruiting stories, while I've been doing this, and I was just wondering if you had any, Raymont.
Recruiting stories in terms of like
when you were in high school.
Actually, everything was. I think the statute of limitations are passed now. But no, I'm not on the record. Nothing ever happened to me. It was all very vanilla. Nothing, no special treatments for any schools. Nothing for me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, bro.
All right, thank you for the call. We go to Butch in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome to you, Butch. You're on the air.
Well, Bruce.
Yeah, how you doing, Butch?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
I asked Raymond if that was his freshman year or senior year. He took the opening kickoff for a touchdown prize. Take the first kickoff of the year.
Nah, you know what, Butch? I wish that were me, but nah, I've never taken a kickoff back for a touchdown.
You didn't?
Nah.
I thought that was you when you were younger. Is either the first game of the year or?
Yeah.
Hey, once you give him credit for a touchdown, take it when he
I would take
points
it.
added to this illustrious record-setting career.
I would take it, but in this day and age with the internet and Google, and I got friends, they're gonna call me out on that. So I'm sorry, Butch. I would like to take credit for that, but nah, man, I never took any kickoffs back.
All right, appreciate the call, Butch. We go to Paul calling from Cleveland, Ohio, and you're on the air with Raymont Harris.
Hey, Bruce, how you doing?
Good, Paul. How about you?
I'm all right. I wanted to wish you and Raymond happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and your family.
Right
Paul,
back
thanks
at
a lot,
you,
man.
sir.
I appreciate that.
Now, what I wanted to talk to you about is this rumor that they're talking about Saban coming here to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any truth to that? I would be agreeing to that, only if Sherman would get to stay.
Well, I used a story earlier in the year referencing Saban's wife, who was interviewed down in Alabama on this past Friday, and she said absolutely not. Now, she said this will be his last job. That doesn't necessarily mean it's cemented in stone, but she was most adamant that he would pass on the baton to one of the assistant coaches, which was really the gist of the story. But this rumor started because of the Lombardi rumors coming out of that Boston Globe piece.
Well, actually, he doesn't have anything else to prove at Alabama. I think, if we could get him with keeping Sherman like Ohio State did, I think that we would be great.
That won't happen. Now that Shermer is a head coach in the NFL, he'll settle for nothing less but being a head coach in his next position. I would think, unless he just absolutely wouldn't, there wouldn't be any interest in him whatsoever as a head coach. But he's going to go for a head coaching job, and that would be too gigantic a blow to his ego, even if Saban wanted him, which he wouldn't.
Yeah, that'd be hard to see.
Thank you for the call.
Remember, like in KC, I remember Gunther Cunningham was a head coach, but then he got replaced and he ended up moving back down to defensive coordinator. I mean, that was really the only time I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah,
I could never see someone actually come in and then
especially
once
Saban.
being there, I couldn't see that happen at all.
Steve in North Ridgeville, real quickly, not much time, so we're going to sneak in.
How you doing there?
Good, pal.
Huh?
What's up?
Raymond, how are you?
What's up, man?
I'm an ex-Admiral King alumni. A little before your time, Raymond.
Uh-huh.
I'll just go back in time a little bit.
Okay.
Who was the quarterback when you were in the backfield for Admiral King?
For Admiral King?
Who was your quarterback?
Dan Congilio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was Don Pritch your coach? Or Pete Nelly or who?
Tom El Cisco was my head coach.
Did you ever have a dream of playing for the Cleveland Browns?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I grew up like a football historian, so I was a huge fan, and I loved Chicago. I mean, not Chicago, but I did love Chicago, but I loved Cleveland. I loved Jim Brown, I loved the fact that like Ernest Biner and Kevin Mack were there. I wanted to be the next guy like that.
What do you think about if that ever would have happened? Ohio State playing Notre Dame in a national championship game.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Who would you pick then?
Oh, I would have definitely picked Ohio State. Come on, man.
It would be hard not to give Ohio State that nod with the undefeated record.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Ohio State is ranked third
Raymond,
in the
I grew up in Homewood, in Lorraine here, and back then the Snusky Blue Streaks were the big team in the Buckeye Conference. Back then, if you recall. I don't know if you did or not.
No, I don't remember.
Well, I'm going back, Raymond.
Okay,
but
you're going way back.
I got about 10 seconds, Steve.
Last question, Raymond. Do you work with Archie Griffith side by side?
Not side by side, but really across the parking lot. He works he's the CEO of the Alumni Association.
Appreciate the call, Steve. Always a pleasure, my friend. Raymond, you got to come back.
Hey, man.
Promise you'll come back to the fans, okay?
I promise I'll be back.
Have a good time at the game. Keep up the great work. Raymont Harris. Tomorrow, the one and only Al Bubba Baker will be in studio to join us on All Bets Are Off. I'm Bruce Drennan. That's all the time we've got for this version of the show. You have a wonderful evening. Go Cavs. We'll see you tomorrow. Bubba Baker on the program. Until then, as always, and most importantly, you remember, I love you, Ohio, and I love you, Cleveland.